Hello everyone, happy Sunday morning, or whatever time zone, time of day it might be for you. But for me, Sunday morning, this is going out. It's Sunday morning roll. So, as we wait for our first die to arrive, as ever, we're going to start off with our trip up to a 97. Don't know why my brain and my hands aren't cooperating right now. I'm losing all the hotkeys. There we go. Because I've been away from my computer all day and this is the first thing that I'm doing. And I'm like, how does typing work? What do buttons do? So I'm not entirely sure what strategy we're going to opt into yet today. I feel like everything's super expensive already, but I'm probably just not having any kind of reference point for where I expect things to cost at the moment. But we'll keep ploughing up towards our 97. Obviously, biggest prime number, you all know that by now. Anyone that wants to tell me that there are prime numbers bigger than 97 in the comments, you're very welcome to. I understand. But yeah, how have you guys been? I did a whole bunch of recording for Steam Next Fest last week, and then I got all tired and just kind of ignored my computer too much, really, for how many videos I want to be putting out, but it's fine. They'll get there. Everything will be okay. Just every time the week passes by and we're on to a new Sunday morning upload and my brain goes to, ooh, I wonder when the new update is going to come, because every week that passes is obviously a week closer to it. Not that we have a date yet, and not that I want to rush the developer, but whenever it does come, I'm going to be very excited about it. Going to pick up these rerollers here while they're being presented to us. There's another one on top of that as well. I'm most intrigued to just see, A, what entirely new strategies are going to become viable, and B, which strategies that we already have, like lottery or multiplication or runs and stuff, is gonna either become much better or much worse, potentially. There's a lot of scope for variation in the meta, as it were, for what's really good and what's become less good. We've certainly seen things change over the last few updates as to just how you could get to the very highest scores. Got some really good rerollers here. Nice to have those going early. So we want to get to 97. Let's make sure we count up towards it correctly in these last few numbers so that we don't accidentally overshoot it way too far. That would be a great shame. So what are we on? 86. Is this exactly what we need? I think this is exactly what we need. Let's do the cheapest stuff first. $89, 93, 97. Lovely. Right, with that done, let's upgrade the shop. Get to a new tier of stuff. Refresh that so it all appears. As ever, nothing in this shop that I'm deeply seeking, but what I am going to do is I'm going to take this +1 here. And I'm just going to stick it on this 6 to make a 7, because I think I might want some 7s later. The rest of the numbers, though, I'm not going to worry about for now. So we'll upgrade to shop tier 3. And let's buy this numeric 2 and put a 7 there as well. Alright, what do we want here? We want a multiplier for our... There's a 7 there, right? As it is. We want a multiplier for our 97. Preferably a 2 or a 3. Sorry, a 3 or a 4. We were looking at a 2. There's a 4x, that's good. Let's stick that on here. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to grab this 3x multiplier, because most of this die is re-rolling already, but we'll rather than buying a 6 times reroller, we'll just get one for the face that isn't doing very much else. Now, is there anything else that I want right now? I don't think so. I'm not going to do lottery stuff, so I don't need to look for 50% chance at scoring 100 points. After that, what else do we want? It's a great question. I'm going to want to build a die of shop refreshes, but I think that will be something we do on the next tier of shop as well. So let's upgrade. And now we start looking for all of the nitty-gritty stuff. Immediately, lucky sevens. Lottery faces that are orthogonally adjacent to a numeric 7 or 77 are twice as likely to be successful. Numeric 7s and 77s are worth 77 times more when orthogonally adjacent to a 4-leaf clover. Am I going to pick that up for 10 grand right now? I think I am. I want that to be a fairly pivotal part of the strategy going forward, I think. If we've got some 7s already, there's a shop refresh generator. 17,000 is quite expensive for something that I'm not really ready to set up, because what I want first is this. So 15,000 for this. Again, feels really expensive. But we're going to set all of this to 97, and that's going to be a lot more value for us very early on. And we'll stick some multipliers on that to get that going. Then we've got a clover here. We will pick that up. That's going to have to go to a sacrificial die at the moment. And I would love to get a right sum die as well, but we can't do it all right now, unfortunately. I'm going to take this +2 and set that to be a 7 there in case we want to move it later. Otherwise, I think that will do on this particular shop. Oh man, they're really throwing everything really good at us immediately, aren't they? Right, let's take prime bonus plus 300% to get those 97s worth triple. Let's pick up another clover. We're up here. Let's pick up a 10x die face for down here. And run length multiplier. Every die in a run will be multiplied by the quantity of dice in the run. Given that that's going to cost us 4 5 rolls to get, I'm going to grab that right now. And I'm actually going to grab a void die because I don't think it's going to be too prohibitively expensive right now. It will put a prime number on there, 3. Wow, that's not great. Let's swap that 3 for one of our 97s. Then that die is going to be worth a heap of points to us. Then I'm going to want a couple of plain dice. There's another 97. That's just silly, isn't it? Right, give me a die of random numbers. Then give me a 5x for our 97. Well, that's a 3. So let's make it a 97, shall we? Then what else do we want here? A right sum, because we have that die of random numbers. So these are all 29 might be prime, so let's not cover the 29. Let's stick that there for a second. Right, another 5x could probably go somewhere functional. I should have done the 7 there, I don't know what I was thinking. Right, 5 plain dice. How many do we have so far? 6. We're going to get 1 more from an upgrade, which will take us to 7. 5 more dice will take us to 12. If I buy this, I now can start moving stuff around to try and build up a really nice arrangement for a combo, I hope. I'm aiming for 16 dice. It's a square number, and we'll be able to hopefully do a lot with 16 dice. That can point in that direction. Another 5x could probably go somewhere, right? Stick it on that 7 there. The rest of this stuff is not stuff that we need. I'm going to grab BOGO here. So when we buy this, one thing that is cheaper than this will become free in the shop. So this number 86, not that I care very much about a die numbered 86, but it's there. We could take a no 99s passive. I think I will, just because we've taken fairly few passives so far. Everything's pretty expensive for what we need. This is a die of 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, which I don't want. So I think we can get rid of this. Right, we have the option to move something. How many dice do we have now? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've passed 9, which is 3 by 3. 16 will be 4 by 4. So we can take this square quantity bonus passive, and it won't have any effect on our scoring until we have 16 dice. But that means we can buy it now while it's cheaper, and it's not going to inflate our score to make things more expensive until we hit the desired 16 die. So I will grab this for 110k. That made a random consecutive die free. Is that going to be adequate for what we want? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need to buy 4 more dice, so sure. Buy that. Is that got a 99 on it? It does, you butt. Alright, I'm going to buy this 16, get rid of that 99, because I don't want it. A +5 is fine. I'm going to stick that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is there anywhere I can make something more useful than that? I'll stick it on there and make a 10, and then I can take that 10 and move it up here. I don't want a kilo weight. I don't think I want any of the rest of this. I guess I could add a 4 to itself to make an 8. I'm going to want that later. Finally, we find a shop refresh generator. I would like a lot of those, please. I'm going to need them for a bunch of shopping going forward, but I will buy scavenger first because the shop refresh generator is cheaper and there was a chance we would get it free with buy one get one. Everything on a die, reroll in duplicate. Let's stick that on the die with the voids on it. Lottery failure reroll. I'm going to buy just because it costs 1. And that way we don't have to see it ever again. A 4x multiplier. You don't have a multiplier on you yet. +9. This is 10. This is 8. We're going to need an 11, so if we stick that on here, we should be able to move that off eventually, I hope. The rest of this, not stuff we need. Not much here for us. Right, well, there's a bunch of re-rollers. There's a bunch of these arrows as well. So I'm going to buy a couple of these. And what we want to do is have a whole die of them on the right. And then we can get stuff re-rolling in triplicate. Let's get this die all re-rolling in triplicate. And then what else? Let's get the shop refresh generator die re-rolling in triplicate. That'll be good for us. A +8. can stick down here to make that a 9. Gives us more options for making other dice later. Set all die faces is certainly something we want. Shop refresh generator I'll take first though. That's going to join up here. What came free? 2 more dice for the cost of 1. I might take that in a second. So, setting all numbers on a die. Let's do this 10 here. Now we don't have to think about 10 anymore. We currently have 9, 10, 11, 12 die. This would be 13, 14. 15 when we upgrade, and then we just need to buy 1 more after that. Sure. Lets me get everything arranged into where I want dice placed geographically on the board as well. Eventually, I'm going to want to find a universal reroller as well. A couple of 10x's here. Let's take the more expensive one first. And I'm actually going to replace the 4x I put on the 97 down here. And I think there's some 97s there that also don't have anything extra going for them. Triples the value of all... 200% value on triples. I don't think I want that yet. Non-numeric die faces. There's another clover. We can add that to our clover die. Let's buy a 10x. Where are we going to put that? That's 7 there. We'll do fine. Something else to reroll in triplicate. Let's get that one with the arrows going. Add a number to itself somewhere, if that's going to benefit me. I'm not sure that it is. $14 I don't need. We've already got that clover. Alright. What else do we have going on? Not much right now. We want more clovers, more settled die faces, and I want to get some of these unique numbers off as well. Well, we can move a die. Let's buy an arrow to start. That'll make something free. A single reroll in triplicate. Fine, you go there. A die swap. What I want to get to is this clover being next to this die of 7s and this die of 7s. So it's going to want to go here so it can be between this arrow and this arrow eventually. So I'm going to need to manipulate those positions a bit more eventually, but we'll get there. More shop refresh adders for me. I will take a void because I can. And where are we going to stick that? Great question. Stick it on there. Square quantity bonus. If the total quantity of dice in play is a square number, the value of all dice will be increased by 100%. Pick that up for later. None of the rest of this is stuff that I desperately want. Again, nothing I'm really desperate for. Could take 200% bonus on triples, but I'm going to hold out. 5x on a bunch of stuff. Again, we could do. But I want more shop refresh generators. Good. And this is a big one. Numbers less than 13 get a 1000% bonus. We'll grab that, and then we're probably not going to need any more passives for a little while. I want to see some more settled die faces, though. Speaking of passives we want, but we're not going to take for a while, there's a bunch of them. Glue I don't need right now. I will take one of these arrows. That is joining this die here that needs to move over to the left-hand side eventually. there a single face that I want to move from somewhere? Yes, I want to get one of these numbers off of a die here. So you've got 7. This is going to become all clovers eventually, so I might as well steal the 7 off of it, stick it somewhere else. We could take another buy one, get one. So when we buy something, 2 things will become cheaper than it. I want this arrow. Might be the last one. No, one more after that. That's fine. These arrows, by the way, if you didn't know. Replace a die face with a left sum. This face is worth the value of all other dice to the left of this die until reaching the end of the row or another left or right sum. If this face is pointing at a right sum, all dice between the two will be multiplied by 2 times the total quantity of dice between them. So we're going to get to roll, we get to multiply everything by 3 once we've got that all set up, is the intent. A +8. Do I need that anywhere? You're a 10. You're a 9. You're an 11. You're a 7, so +8 is not something we need. Another buy one, get one free. Sure. A shop refresh generator to join our die of shop regenerator faces. I'll take an evens bonus for a single point. I'll take a reroll in triplicate as well. I'm going to stick that on that die, which will be really useful as soon as I can actually move it. There's another 7 there. No weights. Move a single face. Add a value to itself. Not really stuff that I need right now. There's a clover. That's good. These rerolls are getting expensive quickly, aren't they? Factor 50 multiplier will be worth something to me, but not heaps when it comes round. In fact, I'm going to grab that right now. Don't need anything that became super cheap there. Come on, where's my set all die face? That's what I really want to see more of. Should probably be trying to take more 10x's and stuff, but I'm just trying to get the build complete rather than finesse everything else. This is good. This is stuff that I want. What's the most expensive of these? This is, so let's grab that first. Hopefully it will make the other stuff free. So this is a set all die faces. I have to remember what I've clicked on. Has to be a numeric face, so let's get this guy going with all 7s. That's 10s. Let's get this going as all 9s. Eventually our runs will start paying off for themselves. Triples plus 100% we'll want on our 7s eventually, but I'm just hoping to get to Yahtzee's worth 100% really. Or 1000% even. A +5 could go somewhere useful potentially. We don't have... Oh, there's the 11 waiting to move off of that die. 11, 10, 9, 8. There's no extra +3 somewhere. I could put it there, and we'll see if we get to move that off eventually before getting our last clover. Nothing particularly special here. Nor here. There's a numeric 8 actually. So rather than having to move this one off or this one off, I can just stick the numeric 8 there and set that to be our 8s. That'll be nice. I'm going to take run reroll just to get some of the dice in a run to reroll, since we don't have universal rerollers elsewhere yet. And we get it for free, which is lovely, or near as free as is possible. Come on, give me some more set all die faces. I guess you're becoming all clovers. Fine, I'll take doubles bonuses because we'll have those 7s next to clovers now. So I should really try and get those 10x'd when I can. Numbers divisible by 5. I'll buy it just so that I don't have to look at it anymore. Not that many of my numbers will be divisible by 5. I'll grab numbers in triples as well. There's a numeric 7. We've got 7, 7, 7. This will be 7s eventually. I'll stick it here until something else specifically happens. What else do we want? This 5x is free. That's going to go on there. That was a 38 million point roll. That was a big one. There's another 10x. That can go on a 7 here. There's another arrow for the right-hand side. We can swap these arrows to the left-hand side. Now, sometimes they will point at one another, which is great for us. I don't need a shop refresh generator because we have a full dice of those now. A +1 might be useful somewhere. So to remind myself, we have an 11 here, 10s, 9s. Did I put a numeric 8 somewhere? There, yes. So I need to take this 11 off, then 10s, 9s, 8s, 7s, 7s, 7, 7, 7. So we're fine for 7s. I just need to get this 11 to be somewhere else. That's fine. There's no point in adding 1 to anything else then. 17 is prime though. Alright then. There's a set all die faces. That's nice to see. I need more of those. Anything else to buy? Really expensive first? Don't think so. So your 7s, your 7s, your 7s, your 7s, and your 7s. Let's do this then, because we don't have somewhere to put the other 11 yet. Should have bought this before I bought that, but never mind. Don't need any of this, thank you ever so much. Don't need any of this either. Or this. We had all the clovers we needed, right? Yes. I'm going to assume if a 7 is next to 2 clovers, it doesn't get twice the benefit. It could, but I'm going to assume not. Anywhere I can put a 4 to make a better number? No. Any individual thing I need to move? Yes, there is. I need this 11 to be anywhere else. Except I don't have a target die for you to go onto, do I? I could put it on here. Your arrows, your arrows. You're my scoring. Can I buy a single die right now? I can. This is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We can buy a single die. And then we can move. That was a big roll. We can move this 11 onto that die. We'll set that to be a die of all the same number in a minute. I don't need arrows pointing to the left anymore. Sure, I'll get another buy one, get one free. We're in this now. We might as well be all into it. Move a whole die. I need... So this needs to be next to 7. So we got these here, those there. Let's let's put you there then. And do I need to move a single face again anywhere? 8s. All the 7s. 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't need to move any individual tile off of anything right now, I don't think. That's good. Settle die faces. Yes, please. Right, let's do those 11s because that's the top of a big run. Then we'll have 11, 10, 9 as at least a 3-digit run working for itself. God, refreshes are 52 million. But right as he complains, he gets loads of stuff that he actually wants. Numbers less than 13 get a 500% bonus. Yes, please. Some settle die faces. I want this to be 7s. I want this to be 7s. I don't need locks. I probably do want to swap a die somewhere, though. I'll swap those. Thanks very much. I might as well take a single void somewhere. I'll stick that on there. The rest of this stuff, not stuff that we need. There's an arrow in the direction that we still require. Right, we're getting towards having most of the pieces in place that we want. There's still loads of passives to buy, I'm very aware of. So this needs to be set to all 7s. This needs to be set to all 8s. Then I think most of the die are serving some kind of fixed purpose that doesn't need to change very much. I still haven't found something to get all of the dice re-rolling universally yet, which would be very desirable, but I think we'll find that on the higher tier of shop. Still need another settle die faces. Come on, give me what I need. I will take a couple of other small passives. I'll take... let's get that rerolling in triplicate. Thank you, that's what I wanted to see. So that's going to make this all 7s. And we'll stick 10x on there. So let's just confirm. We have die of 11s, 10s, 9s. We need the 8s still. Glad I checked. We still need the 8s. Do I need to move any individual dice anywhere? Don't think so. Triple bonuses, I'm not that interested in. Do I want another buy one, get one? How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll be fine with 4. You get, what is it, 10, 11? You buy the most expensive thing and just everything else becomes free. That's not a bad place to be. Let's get... Right, you're rerolling in triplicate. You need to reroll in triplicate, please. I should definitely buy this because it's incredibly cheap. Couple of 10x's. Let's get the 471 first. good. Even numbers worth 50% more. We'll grab that just so we have to stop seeing it. I'll take no 99s plus 100% at this point. We're having to roll fairly frequently just to get shopping done. Right, I'll take no weights plus 100% as well, because that's hopefully going to make some of the other stuff I want free. They've all got numbers. You can have some numbers as well. I want this for the 8s up there, and I want this for that die over there. I think we're basically there now on lightweight bonus. The value of all faces with a lightweight attached will be increased by 500%. Well, I have no intent of ever adding lightweights, but it means I never see that passive again, which is fine by me. So, once again, I love counting. 11, 10, 9, 8, 1, 7, 2, 7, 3, 7, 4, 7, 5 7s. Arrows to the left, arrows to the right. Shop refresh adder, clovers. And then we have these two die of voids and 97s and voids that are just doing some general scoring for us. So we could make something more specialist out of those if we want to later. But I think we're ready to go up a shop tier and look for more specialized passives now. So I'm hoping this will be 9 in the center, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 dice, which is 4 by 4. So we'll now get our square number bonuses. As if the game knew, we're going to take the run multiplier. Every die in a run will be multiplied by the highest number in the run. So a bunch of our dice are going to start being multiplied by 11. To do that, we're going to need the numbers in the run to reroll in triplicate, and we haven't found a universal reroller yet. I will take a really cheap wild, though. I'm going to stick that on here. Attached base multipliers. I'll pick that up for 25 million as well. Exclusive multiplier. Replace a die face with an exclusive multiplier. When exactly one exclusive multiplier lands face up, it will have the value of all other fixed faces plus 200% for each exclusive multiplier in that play that did not land face up. However, if more than one exclusive multiplier lands face up, they will be worth nothing. Each die can only have one exclusive multiplier face. Fixed. I mean, I might as well put one here, right? And I'll grab that so I never have to see it again. I definitely don't ever want to buy more dice now. Prime numbers plus 500% in value. Yes, please, and thank you. Numbers re-rolling in triplicate. Any of our... There's 8s. They can start re-rolling in triplicate. That's fine. I don't need to set any faces anymore. I'm going to buy fewer than 6 die worth 300% more just to get it out of the system. And now... Oh, okay, well... I was going to go for the 10 to make it 20 and make that bigger, but that's fine. Rest of this is not stuff we need. When a prime numeric face is rolled, it will be re-rolled in triplicate. I'll grab that. I'll grab this. The 10s can re-roll in triplicate. Thank you. There's another exclusive multiplier, so I'm going to stick one of those is on here. Let's put another one on there. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me in any way. I don't think it should. There's another 10x. So I'm going to try and get one of these to 99, and then if we get a universal reroller, which I think Where was it? We just bought it. Primes reroll 3 times, so we can glue that down now. We can glue down this 30x here. So if that one rolls, it will just stay rolled even when it's rerolling in triplicate, which is good. "10x. Replace a die face with a 10x total roll multiplier. This face is worth 10 times the value of all other dice in the roll." 715 billion. Sure. I'm going to stick that there. I don't want my runs to get bigger. I do want more things rerolling in triplicate. Let's get you rerolling in triplicate. You are already. Get you reroll. You're prime. Shouldn't have done that. Never mind. I don't need slot machine. I don't need heavy weights. Still loads of passives out there that we haven't seen that I know we want. Numeric rerollers. Top die doubled in value. Passive reroller, no weights, plus 200%. Grab that. Something else to go in triplicate. Where's the 8s? The 8s are done. Those are done. Where's the 9s? They're not prime. Another wild. Stick that down there as well, sure. There's a arrow. I need a couple more of those. We also haven't seen Yahtzee bonuses yet. Come on, where's all the passives I want? I know they're out there. Numeric reroll chain. On a reroll, if the rerolled face and the previous rolled face are both numerics, the value of the previously rolled face is added to the current face. I think that's worth 19 billion. $10x more for 4 billion somewhere. Let's go to our glued guy over here. And 4x then becomes free. Still haven't even passed half of our rolls yet, although we are kind of slowing down a little bit, I think. That's all lottery bonus stuff that I don't need. Yahtzee's worth 500% more. I absolutely do want. That's going to be our Yahtzee of 7s that we're rolling every single time. That is next to a clover. Of course, the arrow I wanted couldn't become free, could it? There's 5x more for there. Don't need the glue right now. Mail-in rebate. When a die rebate gains a rebate, it will not pay out immediately. Instead, it will accrue all rebates over the next 100 rolls. After 100 rolls, the total amount accrued will be multiplied by 100 and paid out. I'm going to buy this because it doesn't affect us, but it gets it out of the passive pool. Duplicate we don't need. Yahtzee's worth 1,000% more. Yes, please. Gonna get our 7s worth a whole heap of money. Very expensive though. Now we have passed by our halfway point on our rolls. I'm gonna stick that in there. Why not? Right, now we have a bunch of spare rerolls to play with to basically look for other passives I want. There's no 99s reroll twice. I would prefer to find no weights reroll in triplicate. The value of all rerolled dice will be increased by 50%. Why, yes please and thank you. No 99s reroll twice again. None of this stuff I particularly need. Come on, passives, you can do it. Give me stuff that I'm interested in seeing. There's no weights reroll in triplicate. Don't know if I'm going to regret rolling for this. But this is hundreds, 100,000, million, billion, trillion, 6 quadrillion. And we're not even at 1 quadrillion yet. I fear trying to buy this is a mistake. Because that's 1. And we want 6 of those. Ah, you know what's not helping? I never set that clover to reroll, did I? So that clover is only applying on the first roll, not all 4 rolls. Now I feel dumb. Top 3 also would have been incredible, but now I need reroll and triplicate for this, and then hopefully our scoring is going to improve a little, but I've basically shot myself in the foot really badly now. Single set of a kind worth 500% more. Now this is counting up way faster. I can't believe I made such a novice mistake so fast. Right, do I need another arrow? I don't. Just show me the really good passives. Highest I doubled, 1.09 to E16. You see the difference it's making now compared to a moment ago where I was trying to roll for reroll in triplicate, universal with no weights. Just one dumb mistake. Focusing so much on trying to get the numbers to do their things and not worrying about the symbols. Passive Hunter, it is too late for you. Yahtzee reroll we don't need because we already have prime numbers rerolling. I want to find top 3 again. Honestly, I should probably take numeric multipliers now that I think about it. These would become worthless. This would still apply. This is doing nothing, I forgot about it. These would break. These would basically break. But I think being worth 60 times more on everything is probably worthwhile. Just my terrible execution here at the end. What do we want? What do we want? E17 for no weights reroll in triplicate now. Is there ever even anything worthwhile that's not now rerolling in triplicate? This one's only rerolling in duplicate, but it's prime, so it's fine. Right, I'm not going to worry about that then. As much as I worried about it earlier. Reroll bonus for an extra 100% I think is definitely worthwhile. I'll take 3x just to add to that. The value of all numeric faces will be multiplied by 50x. However, any non-numeric face will have no effect and no value. I think this is probably worth it for us, I think. Especially if we can find some other passives right now to purchase. There's 10x more. I feel like we're kind of about the same. maybe a little worse even. Right, top 3 we're definitely missing as a passive. Come on, top 3. Come on, top 3. Alright, well, that's all I'm looking for now. What I should have done, if I could go back and do it all again, is all of these and this over here would be a dice full of 7s, and I'd have this be another die of clovers, and these be another die full of 7s, but never mind. You live and you learn. We got to E19, which is a respectable score, I think. I think it's a respectable score. We could get top 3, like I'm asking for, very politely, game, please. I think we could reach E20 or similar. But if we don't get it soon, not going to happen. Right. I'm only going to spend 3 rerolls now. That's all die quantities doubled, not the other one. At this point, I kind of wish I remembered what my high score was, because I think it's E20 something. And with some good rolls, we might get to E20 here before we zero out. Yeah, some rookie errors on my part. Which is fine. You don't have to play perfectly all the time. Right, even if we got offered top 3 now, I think it might not even be worth it to buy it and then keep rolling. Although that said, with 130 rolls left, we're probably not going to beat my high score. So it would be interesting just to see how quickly our score accelerates after buying top 3, but no. Very unlikely we're going to see it in the next 2 rerolls. So 8 to the E19 plus 1 roll extra of change. Like, this die alone was worth 6 to the E16. This was 3 to the E16. Yet alone when we would roll the times 60x one that we had. See how that compares to my high score. 8.0 to the E19, 4.8 to the E20. So we might have, even if we just glimpsed our way into E20, we would have had to 5x our score again to beat my high score. But I think if I'd have been a bit more wise and had gotten a few more of the passives I really desperately needed, I think we might have been in with a shot of it. But for now, thank you guys ever so much for watching. Ooh, what if we had that whole thing, but with the 7s involved, we also had a lot of lottery faces in, like, if we did it with, rather than 16 die, 25 dice, and we had what we had just set up there, plus using the extra 9 dice to do a lottery setup as well. Probably far too much work to actually get all of that off the ground, but food for thought. But yes, thank you guys ever so much for joining me. Thank you ever so much for enjoying Roll as much as I do, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.